The Stock Trader's Almanac. Why, if you don't have it, you are missing out. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and going over the Stock Trader's Almanac for 2022. Now, if you are trading and you do not have this book, you are not trading well. Potentially, you are missing out on a cheat sheet. Now, I know every year Jeremy Hirsch, and I don't know if Christopher Mistel have been involved in this, but I know Jeremy has. And this thing is a freaking beast. I know, if you've heard of the Farmer's Almanac for helping to predict the weather, which is basically chaos, this does a very good job, and it's a book form. And the reason why I like to have it is it's like a calendar. Now, I apologize, some of these pages are just nothing, but you get into the good stuff. Oh man, I mean, you can see, for example, like in January, what you should expect, what happens, the expected moves of a month, like what part of the months are up versus down. For example, January, the January effect, usually a rise in early January, then chop, then February is usually a down, the mid. I mean, these are repeating patterns. This is where I get my notes from. This is where I created my own systems. If you look from day to day, like the end of January, the last few days are typically bearish. Why? I mean, if you look at it, trading NASDAQ down last 15 out of 21. I mean, it's giving you probabilities for $33. Every year I buy this book. And if I don't, you just have to. I mean, I've donated my 20, 15, 30 bucks every year because of the fact that it tells me the seasonality. Tells me how the first, say, for example, like this, the first 5 days of January indicator. I mean, all these things, if you reviewed this book and just learned what was going on, you can come up with a very solid system of how to play the seasonality of the markets. Every month you're going to have a beginning of what the months should look like statistically, what are the averages, and then they get into some pretty crazy stuff. So it's a midterm year. What are the, typical, what were the past returns of midterm election years for each president? I mean, this stuff is nuts, the March Almanac. And again, every month you should review what's going to happen. What's the predictable times for the month? I mean, you can't even pay for this kind of action. I mean, it talks all sorts of things. Markets, trading day of the year, what's going to, like 1 versus 31. I mean, there's so much good stuff. Bargain versus a cheap market. I mean, I've looked at this before. You look at, like, it talks about, what, end of year stocks that are down versus up. I mean, you can get into so many things. I think they have, again, if you go through this, you will find this monthly cash flows talks about markets like seasonally talk about that. All these tables. Now, again, you can probably find this all online, but I like to have it in front of me because from day to day, it just keeps me, and it's in front of my mind. Every time I open my, trading platforms, this is sitting right in front of me. I know what's going on. I know what should be expected. These are the things that you pay attention to. And so, I could flip through this for weeks and do videos on this stuff. I mean, it's impressive how powerful this book is. And again, it's not a sure thing, but when you're a probability-based trader, you trade probabilities. So if you trade probabilities, this is the kind of thing that helps you understand what are the probabilities. I mean, look at December. That's why I always talk about the end of mid-December. I mean, is always strong. I mean, that's the typical motion every year. If you're not paying attention to this stuff and you're just blindly gambling, then you don't understand money and seasonal flows. I mean, here's a great chart, some charts of the seasonal indexes, different ones, the banking versus drugs, medicine. I mean, he's got so much stuff. I mean, it's NASDAQ. I mean, where is it? I mean, again, here you go. Semiconductors, financials, oil, everything. So, big shout out to Jeremy Hirsch and his team every year doing the Stock Trader's Almanac. Again, you can buy it on Amazon. It's just a simple looking little just bound book, spiral bound book. And if you don't have it and you're trading, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to be mean, but you were just missing out on obvious edge. Now, I know a lot of people get digital, and I'm old school. Trust me, I've been trading for 20 years. This thing is something that it's like the survival handbook. If I was going to go out hiking and I needed a map and I needed to know where I needed to be, if I wanted to get to these points and where I should camp and survive, like, this is the book for trading. I hope this helps, and talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right, and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.